Namaste, welcome everyone. My name is Kassandra and I'm going to take you through this water or jala themed yoga practice. So the element of water really has to do with our ability to be flexible and to go with the flow. It's also associated with our feelings as well as our creativity. So that's really what I'm going to encourage you to tap into this morning. Physically, this is very much of a hip opening yoga practice, suitable for all levels, and this is a great way to set your intention for the day ahead. No props are required. We're going to start sitting up nice and tall in any way that works for you. So you can bring one ankle in front of the other, or maybe you're doing this from a kneeling position. And we're just going to create a little bit of wave-like movements through our spine. So really tapping into that element of water this morning, just churning, making big circles with your upper body. So like you're stirring a big pot. It's like a circular version of cat and cow. Breathe in and out through your nose, and you can reverse this churning to the other side. One more here. And coming back through to center, let's find our way into a yogi squat malasana. You want your feet to be about hip width distance apart, toes out, heels in, palms together at your heart, Anjali Mudra, and use your elbows to push your knees open a little wider as you reach the crown of your head up towards the sky. Let your hips ground down. And we'll stay here for 5 deep breaths, in and out through your nose. Imagine this breath could go all the way down into your hips, into your pelvis. So how can you connect to this element of water within our bodies? This is represented by our blood flow as well as by our tears. So our own water is even through the lymphatic system. Connecting to your creativity, your sensitivity, and your ability to really go with the flow, to move like water. Find your Ragdoll Pose, so fingertips come down to the mat. You can just turn your feet parallel towards the edges of the mat and let yourself dangle over the thighs, over the legs. Any arm variation that you'd like here, just starting to open the backs into your hamstrings, into your low back. Take a cleansing breath in through the nose and a big sigh out the mouth. Starting to ask yourself what your one-word intention will be today. You can bend your knees even more, push into your heels to roll all the way up to stand, inch by inch. Lifting up tall, and you can turn so you're facing the longer edge of your mat. We'll prepare into our Skandasana, our side lunge. So with your feet wide, turn heels in, toes out, and you can start to bend into that right knee. At first, we're going to stay up nice and tall. So you're just moving side to side. Your hips can lean back a little. Keep your feet flat to the floor. Inhaling through center, exhaling to bend. And the next time you go to the right, see if you're able to bring your fingertips to the floor, maybe flex through your left foot and use your right elbow to push that knee open a little wider. If you'd like to add on, expand through your heart, through your arms. And letting your tailbone be heavy. Big breath in here. And we'll find that same thing to the other side. So really push into your right leg. And maybe you're just working the pose from here. This is fine. Or if you'd like, fingertips come down, get down a little bit lower, and maybe reach open through your arms, pulling that right shoulder back, pressing your left shoulder into your left knee and thigh. Find your wide-legged forward fold. So push into that left leg, turn both feet parallel to the shorter edges of your mat, and fold all the way down. Any arm variation that you prefer here. Relax your neck. One more cleansing breath in this forward fold, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Walk your fingertips out in front of you so you're about parallel to the ground, halfway lift. Hands onto your hips, push your feet into the floor in order to lift up, and we'll stand Tadasana mountain pose at the top of the mat. Moving into our first flow here, roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Inhale, arms rise, palms come together to touch. Exhale, flowing like water as you dive on down. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your palms and step your left foot back, Anjaneyasana, low lunge, left knee to the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up, palms come together. Exhale, hands come down, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Spin that back heel parallel to the shorter edge of your mat and lift on up. Moving into our dancing warrior, you're going to inhale to reverse, right arm stretches, bicep along the ear, left fingertips reach forward. Exhale to reverse this motion, extended side angle. Inhale, peel it back. Exhale, forward. One more like this. Inhale. And exhale. Face down to the mat. Drop your fingertips to the floor. Lift your back heel off the mat and we'll find our pigeon pose right away. Right knee aligns itself behind your right wrist. Square off through your pelvis. You might be lifted up a little higher. That's totally fine. And we'll flow like a wave here. Come up high onto the fingertips as you inhale. Open through your heart. Exhale, dive down like a snake motion. Inhale. Find a back bend. Reach. Exhale, fold it down. One more wave like this. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to hold from here. Any arm variation here. Maybe support your forehead. You can always stay up on your forearms. 5 deep breaths. The element of water is associated with our sacral chakra. So working with our hip openers as a way to tap into deep feeling, creativity, and the full power of our senses. Start to lift yourself back up and we'll meet in our downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, our first one here. So make any movements that you would like just to establish yourself in this pose. And rather than doing a traditional vinyasa from plank to chaturanga and upward dog, we're going to do wave-like motions rippling through our spine. So lift your heels up as high as they can go and slowly start to ripple forward, rounding through your spine into your plank pose. And then you can bend into your knees as you curl tailbone up, undulating back, down dog. 2 more like this. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, getting into each vertebrae. From this down dog, step your feet forward to the top of the mat in your ragdoll fold. Cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Release the arms, roll all the way up. Tadasana mountain pose at the top of the mat. And we'll take our flow so we can find the same sequence over on the second side. Arms rise, reach up. Fold down, exhale. Halfway lift. Anjaneyasana, step your right foot back, right knee down, arms extend up, palms come together to touch. Big breath in, hands down, Virabhadrasana 2. Lift your back knee, spin that back foot in parallel to the short edge of your mat and reach out long through your arms. Bend into that front knee here, try to squeeze it open. Dancing warrior, inhale, left arm up and over, right fingertips reach forward. Exhale, reverse this. 2 more like this with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Look down to the mat. We're going to come into our pigeon pose, fingertips down, and you can lift just to place your left knee somewhere behind your left wrist. Square off your hips here. Try not to lean on one side more than the other. Push your hands into the ground in order to lift up, and then like a wave, smooth it down. Twice more. Inhale. Peel the heart open. Exhale. Last one. And this time, go ahead and settle in this deep stretch through your left glute, through your left hip. And really ask yourself what your intention is for the day. Maybe seeing what you can learn and integrate from this element of water. And go ahead and walk your hands in. We'll find our downward dog again. So step and lift all the way back. And just like before, instead of doing a vinyasa, we'll undulate through the spine 3 times. Lift your heels, inhale, roll forward through plank. Exhale, bend and stretch it back. Twice more. Last one, exhale. Push into your heels, lengthen your arms. And let's bring our knees down to the mat and just sit back onto your heels in your hero pose. Resting your hands on your lap, rolling your shoulders back. Lift up tall through your spine. And bring your awareness to the area of your hips, your low back, into your thighs. Noticing the effects of this short practice on your body, on your breath, on your presence. And we'll bring our hands together at the front of the heart, connecting to your intention for this day. Let's set it with Om. Inhale to chant. Big breath in. Om. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you everyone for doing this short water-themed yoga flow with me this morning. I would love to know how this went for you and also what your intention is. Please leave me a comment down below. If you don't subscribe already, please do so you can support free yoga on the internet. And if you'd like, you can follow this class up with this simple 5-minute meditation. Thank you all so much, and hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow morning.